Hey everyone, Amanda here. Welcome to Words of Wisdom Wednesdays. And in this video, I want to talk about a specific subject, and that is about dogs who are termed dangerous and how they get to be that dangerous, specifically when they are brought up in a home. So I'm not talking about, animals off the street or whatever. These animals live in homes, and how they get to the point of being deemed vicious, dangerous, and getting to the point of attacking people. And I think it's really sad for dogs because certain breeds are just considered dangerous. And I think there's a lot of misinformation about why they get there. So, like, why and how they get there. So, and not all dogs react in that way, but some do. And the reason is extremely simple. It's not the dog. Hi, Lucky. Dogs are born good. They're not born to be mean. That's something that is learned, or, whether by being abused or being taught to be abusive, like when people breed dogs to fight and stuff like that. Dogs are a product of their environment. Their behavior is a product of what they are exposed to. So if you have a dog or dogs that grow up in a loving home, they're fed, they're taken care of, anything they need they get to make sure that they are well taken care of, that's going to reflect in their behavior. They're going to be nice. They're going to be caring and loving, for the most part. Some dogs might have a different reaction, but I'm saying for the most part. And if a dog is in an environment where they're abused, that can, the dog can in turn now become a vicious dog, if you will, because they were in an environment where they were constantly living in fear. And when you're in fear, that's your fight or flight. Fight, flight, or freeze. Some dogs flight, some dogs freeze, but some dogs fight. And that's where you get the attacking of dogs. And I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm not talking about that specifically. I'm talking about how they get there. And they get there because of how they're treated, because of what their environment teaches them. And the environment they are in involves their owners or owner. So I just want people to understand that in this specific topic that I'm talking about, this specific one, it's all about the upbringing of the dog. If you teach a dog hate and anger and aggressiveness, that's usually what they're gonna represent to the world. And in a dog's mind, they can't think cognitively like we can. They don't think, oh my God, that's a child, or oh my God, that person's never hurt me in my life, I can't hurt them. When they perceive what they think is a threat, they don't think like that, they react. When you perceive a threat, your amygdala sends off signals automatically. You have no control over it, and this includes dogs. And they react. It causes you to react, not think. And even if they could think, which they can't, it overrides that thinking process because it's a natural response to predatory threat. And of course, like I said, there's other reasons and other ways that dogs get to that point. But the ones that are deemed dangerous because of, some have attacked people, not all of them attack people. There's a lot more that don't attack and aren't vicious than there are vicious dogs out there. But it comes from the owners, plain and simple. So I just hope that in the future, when you see a dog that is supposedly supposed to be dangerous, don't judge a book by its cover. If the dog acts in an aggressive kind of way, then okay, well, that dog obviously has come from an environment where that's where they have been conditioned to act. So I'm going to keep my distance, kind of thing, just make a judgment call. But the reason why these particular dogs can end up actually being violent is because of the owners and how their environment was with the dog. Was it positive or was it negative? And that's it. And I just hope that people don't always blame the dogs. Dogs are not vicious in and of themselves. It's something that they learn. It's something that they see. Of course, like I said, not all dogs react that way, but the ones that do, this is why. This is exactly why. So I just wanted to put that out there because it really bothers me, because I've owned these so-called vicious dogs, and people just don't understand that just because you come from this particular breed doesn't mean that you are violent. And it's just basically judging without knowing. You're taking a group and generalizing behavior from, what these dogs did, but these dogs have nothing to do with it. So yeah. I actually feel pretty good talking about that. I've wanted to talk about that for a long time. And I don't know, I guess it was just therapy release for me. And so I decided to put it in a video because I just want people to understand that, think whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to think or how to feel about the situation. I'm just letting you know from a factual point of view, your environment, the environment a dog grows up in is the environment that they project that way of life forward in their lives. So, it's unfortunate that happens. Now, just remember, it's not always just the owners that they react to in that way. If you take your dog out in public and say some stranger is mean to your dog, the dog's going to sense that and react to that. So how you treat animals depends on how they treat you. And if you're somebody who likes to abuse animals, seriously, give them to a shelter, a no-kill shelter. Just give them to a shelter. Say, here, I'm dropping these animals off. They need a home. Otherwise, they'll be out on the streets. Here you go. And don't worry about paying a fee. You just drop the animals off. The donation that it is, it's not a fee. It's a donation. You don't have to pay it. You have to pay a finder's fee, but you don't have to. Donations are not required. They call it a fee to get people to pay, but you don't have to. But, seriously, please, don't judge a book by its cover. Understand where the dog's been and why they act that way, and it's based on the owners. It really is. Okay, well, I feel better now. I got that out. All right, well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.